time, and making sure that folks are safe, have jobs, and have an opportunity to make a real good living wage. Those are priorities.
Now, you know there's some fear about the HBCU funding, of course.
Fear?
Yeah, like that
Everything
there won't be...
got cut.
Yeah.
But did HBCUs get cut? No.
But
You're talking about fear.
I think, I think after 8 years...
We don't just talk the talk. We made a commitment that we weren't going to cut the funding. That's a commitment that we made, and we did not.
Okay.
And I think that we should be applauded for that. Seriously, this is a lean budget. This is a very aggressive and lean budget, and yet HBCUs were protected. Mm-hmm. And I think that someone should... You have to acknowledge that. Can I get a little props? I mean, get a sister and props. They was cutting everything.
Well, my question: do you think there's anything that's going to change? That this president's going to do anything differently because of this conversation? Anything that you think?
Anything we do. Well, let me take care.
Thanks a lot.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
We also extended a formal invitation for them to come and meet last month and go back to them and ask. We asked them to come and meet with us and bring all 49 members of the CBC. And they decided that wasn't something they wanted to do. We went back to them. So this whole thing of April standing up and that was the first meeting, that's not true. Also, I connected with Cedric when he became the head, Congressman Richmond, when he became the head of the CBC. By way of email, by way of text, I communicated with him and told him that that was something we wanted to do. So you can imagine my surprise, my shock, to say that they weren't contacted by this administration. Mm-hmm. I mean, very, very surprised, very, very shocked.
Gwen Moore just actually made a comment that she liked the smaller group, and another member made the same sort of comment.
To be clear, December the 27th, if anybody wants to know or see, was my initial contact. So I need to correct the record, because the idea that the first time that he had heard of or reached out to the CBC was when a journalist stood up in that meeting. That room was just not correct. And I'm sure that Congressman Richmond would stand up and correct the record as well.
From your perspective, what was the attitude, with the feeling of the room during this conversation?
They came in open and ready to meet. Mm-hmm. They were ready to work. They had their documents, they had their policy priorities, but we also had asks on our side. Let me tell you what the ask was. First, we want to meet with all 49 members, not just leadership. It was great to start with the leadership. Second, we don't want to just do this one time. We made the offer to meet quarterly with the entire CBC.
Did you make that offer in the meeting today?
Yes.
And did they agree?
Yes, they
all
agreed.
49. They agreed.
All 49.
All 49?
They first said, well, the leadership wants to, and then I pressed, and the president said, yeah, we'd like to meet with all 49.
So next meeting will be all 49.
I sure hope so, because that was our initial request.
What's the advantage of all 49 as opposed to just the
Because
leadership?
each of them are reaching out to us individually anyway, fighting for their districts. They're going behind leadership saying we want to meet, so why not have them all in the room to talk about the agenda and look at, they bring a document 130 pages to the meeting and say these are our priorities, let's discuss, because they're not a monolith. The CBC has different voices, different priorities, different constituents, and we have to address each of those, not just the 7 people who came today.
Then do you have a time frame for the next meeting?
We said quarterly. Now, I'm going to press for that to happen, because you know what the schedules are like for members of Congress. It's difficult to get 7 of them in a room at the same time, nonetheless 49. So I'm going to start on that today. It may take a month, it may take 2 months, but that is a priority for this administration.
Did Congressman Richmond apologize about the Kellyanne Conway?
He wasn't asked by us to do that. If that was something someone was looking for, I thought he already apologized publicly, didn't he?
He did. I was just curious if he did it.
Oh.
And the president.
All right, thank you guys.
Can you talk a little bit about what you think you accomplished from this meeting, what you think?
I mean, I was very pleased to hear them come in and talk about HBCUs. I mean, it is a priority for this administration. We don't just talk to talk, but not just inviting all the HBCU presidents, but signing an executive order that moved the HBCU initiative to the White House. They're closer, they have a direct line to this president. So to hear the members echo the same thing that are priorities for us, that was amazing. We talked about and corrected the idea that Pell Grants were going to be cut. It was a surplus, the 3.9 surplus, not affecting any Pell Grant distribution. They also talked about wanting year-round Pell Grant. Hello, same thing thing I've been screaming for, yes. And so that helped to reinforce the priorities that we have.
President Bill Clinton and Lauren.
Joining me now are Michelle Carter and Lauren.